Hey, welcome back everyone, and let's talk about the study planner or the study tracker that can be used for the FRM Part 1 November 2026. So if you're planning to appear in November 2026 and you do not have any kind of a planner or a tracker that you can use it for the next 5 months, you can actually use this particular study planner. Okay, the way that I've designed this, that you will have every week target so that you can track yourself. You can see your progress, and whatever things that you've done in a particular week, you can reflect upon that. The real purpose of creating a study planner is to have that accountability, whether you're doing self study or whether you've subscribed to any coaching or anything. But it's really important that as a candidate, we track our progress so that we have a mental target to achieve. That's what the entire purpose here is. Okay, so what you can do is you can take a printout and create it into a PDF, or you can even use it in the Excel sheet. So I'll explain what are the weekly targets just to give you a few details. November 2026 Part 1, the exams will start from 14th of November. 14th of November. So if you are planning to appear for the November 2026 and not sure whether 5 or 5.5 months are enough for the exam, we approximately have 162 days right from today. Right, so the point is that you have a lot of time to actually cover the 62 readings that we have in the FRM part 1. So the time is still there. Definitely, even if you take 2 days to complete single chapter, you take 120 days, and then another 40 days are left out for the revision, mock exams, and more practice before the exam. And that's exactly how I've created this particular thing. If you look at it, weekly you'll have 4 chapters, 3 chapters, 3 chapters every single week. So in a very smooth fashion, you are actually completing the curriculum. That is one thing, so that you give dedicated time. Even if you are not able to make some time, if you're working, probably you'll have less time. So even with that less amount of time, you can still complete the curriculum in a dedicated 5 month approach. And if you look at it, I've completed, the entire curriculum in just about 18 weeks. So if you devote 18 weeks, you're able to complete the entire part 1 curriculum for November 2026 by 4th of October. If you look at it, by 4th of October, that's the last date to actually complete it. And still, you have approximately 40 days left for your revision, your mock exams, watching crash course videos, retaining basically, right? And that will be very helpful before the final exam. So pretty much a decent time spot if you're starting from this week onwards. Okay, so let's begin with the planner. Now I'll explain you a little bit about how to approach or how to use this particular study planner. So it starts from the date. Every date we are assuming that you're starting from 1st of June, and these are the top 4 topic that you need to complete for this particular week ending in 7th of June. And these are the expected number of chapters. Of course, I've put up on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday. It could happen that being a working professional, probably you'll not be able to uh, spare some time on weekdays. So in that situation, you can use the Saturdays and Sundays to devote time to these chapters, right? That is also what you can do. I've also added some of the days as a revision or a break from the studies. Probably you might require some break, or in a Sunday you can just revise what you've already completed so far. And any day that you feel, if probably on a Monday you're not able to study, no problems, no need to worry about. The chapters are very less. Secondly, you have the chapter completion status, chapter wise test. So if you have completed the chapter, you can write it as yes, no. Have you solved the chapter wise test? Yes, know if you've not solved the chapter wise test, and what has been the score. Mention the score. Now, right from the very beginning, you should have a target score of around 70%. That's your benchmark. Again, if you get 70 or more, you're going decent in that particular chapter. But if you get a particular chapter, let's say this one, you get a score of, let's say, 40%. That means when you redo this after you've completed, you know where you need to work upon your weak areas. Okay, so the score or writing these scores will really help you out. Okay, hours study, that the number of hours that you are able to study on a particular day, you can write it out here. Maybe on a weekend, if you're able to study 4 hours. So basically, this is just to track your overall weekly progress. Now, if you notice one thing, we've started this planner right from quantitative analysis. If you look at it, we are starting from quants. Now, if someone feels that they don't want to start or begin their prep with quants, probably they want to move with other subjects so that they do not feel overwhelmed. Absolutely okay. What you can do is, rather than these, you can pick up the financial markets and products. So you can actually begin with book number 3, which is FMP. Begin with these chapters. That is also absolutely fine. So either book number 2 or book number 3, whatever that you feel that you're comfortable with, you can actually begin with that. However, the recommended is quants. If you complete quants first, then you can take the finance and the risk management topics later. So that's the ideal thought process. But again, as I said, if you don't want to get, when you're starting your prep and you don't want to have that that overwhelming, that pressure of starting with quants, absolutely fine, begin with these. Absolutely fine. Again, I'm mentioning this. Okay, so this is how the chapter is. The next week, number 2, it begins with these 3 chapters. You can take a revision break, so on and so forth. You can follow along for week 5 and you complete your quants by 5th of July. And then again, I've mentioned here a book-wise quants test that you can actually do once you've completed your entire quantitative analysis. Okay, moving on to the FMP, you can begin with these 4 chapters in the first week, and then you can take these 3 chapters in week number 7, so on and so forth. You can follow along with the FMP. The only exception is properties of interest rate in FMP. I've taken that in the VRM section. Okay, so by 9th of August, you are actually completing your entire FMP as well. And again, you can take the bookwise test. Week 11, we begin on 10th of August. We begin with these 3 chapters of the VRM, which talks about the market risk, right? So we talks about the value at risk, so on and so forth. And then you have these 5 chapters: entry risk, stress testing, theory chapters, and then again you have credit risk and operational risk. So this is kind of like a heavy week. I totally agree, but again, these are theory chapters, you'll be able to manage it. And then moving on to week number 13, this is where I've added the FMP. If you look at it, I've added the properties of interest rate from FMP along with this particular week. So you can follow this particular week chapters that we have dedicated. Then you have the bond chapters. You begin with the bonds and everything, and then finally you cover it up or finish it up with the options Greeks, or the calculations that relates to the options. And then finally we begin with the foundations of the risk management. You can, from 14th of September, you're beginning with the foundations and you complete it by 4th of October. You can follow the chapters that I've mentioned here. So this is the tracker that can be helpful in your preparation. Okay, so use this thing. For my batch, what I will be doing is that I'll be putting out every week's target so that the batch is in progress. They have that accountability. They have that feeling that okay, they have to complete this by a particular week. Okay, so that's really important. So you'll have to do it. If you're doing self-study, do it by yourself. Absolutely fine as well. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. This is what the study planner is all about.